Welcome to 3 Minutes With, where we meet researchers and their precision agriculture projects. Today we have Si Yang from the University of Sydney.
The Australian sugarcane industry has always been under fire for applying nitrogen fertilizers in excess, and because of its next door neighbour, the Great Barrier Reef, it's become one of the most regulated agricultural industries in the country. The question of how much when it comes to fertilizers is always challenging, and it doesn't help when the crop has a national average yield of 85 tonnes per hectare. The sugar industry's best management practice is to follow the nutrient guidelines' 6 easy steps. For the most part, it nails the concepts of what site-specific management should be, but it still recommends growers to apply nitrogen based on the yield potential of the district, with just a few minor tweaks. No two fields and no 2 years are the same. On this slide, there are 2 fields of sugarcane just 5 kilometers apart, and the difference in their productivity is clear. Yet by using a district yield potential, the same amount of nitrogen is recommended for both fields, a small decrease after fallow and essentially then a flat rate. Ideally, nutrients should be matched to crop requirements field to field, year to year, and to do that, they only need to update the district yield potential with a seasonal yield forecast. The challenge? In sugar, that fertilizer deadline could be 12 months before harvest. The yield forecasting approach, as hinted in the title, is data-driven. There's more data available to the public for free now than ever before. We used satellite imagery, gamma radiometrics, digital elevation models, and weather data. We worked with a farm in the Bundaberg region, 380 hectares of irrigated sugarcane, 70 fields, 12 years of yield data. We aggregated to the finest resolution of yield data available, the field scale, and we ran a random forest regression model. To validate, we used leave one season out cross-validation. For our key findings, we made several models throughout the season, the earliest being in December, just after the previous harvest season ends, and it predicted as well as the later models. At the field resolution, the average error was about 25 tons per hectare, so it is a work in progress to refine the variables in the model and bring that error down. One of the issues was that very high yields were being poorly predicted, and knowing that, we made nitrogen recommendations for the productive field I showed earlier, and our forecast still picked up year-to-year variability better than the industry recommendation. The highlight of this yield forecast approach is that it only uses publicly available data or data that growers and sugar mills themselves already own, so it can be applied to any sugarcane farm. The sugarcane industry is under a lot of pressure by the government to minimize their environmental impact. By adopting principles from precision agriculture, they can, without hurting their bottom line. Thanks for listening.